everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to Bookish Blonde. So today we're going to talk about my reading plans for January. So there are some that are for sure and others that are maybe possibilities depending on how my month goes with reading. So let's just get started. So on my Kindle this month, it's an early release. I got it from NetGalley. And it is What Happened to the McCoys by Tracey Lange. So I am going to be reading that on my Kindle for the month of January. I am so excited to dive into this. It does release in January as well, so hopefully you will be able to get my thoughts close enough to where this releases. And I'm very excited to jump into that one. My library book I'm going to try to read this year because I have checked it out. I have returned it, and then I have checked it out again, and I still didn't get to it in December, but it's still winter, and I'm really anxious to pick this up, Dead of Winter. I did try a chapter, and I was engaged in the writing. I've never read Darcy Coates before, and she's an author that I feel like I've been putting off way too long. I really want to give her a shot and see if she's an author for me. So I checked this out again from my library, so this is going to be for sure from my library, Dead of Winter. Oh, let me tell you what this one's about. We are following Kristina, who joins a tour group heading into the Rocky Mountains. She's kind of hoping this gives her a chance to reset. Something must have happened in her past recently. And the guide goes missing. There's a huge storm that comes in, and it's a very locked door, wintry read. All the people in the group start dying off one by one, and that's kind of all I need to know. So I'm excited to pick this one up in January. Okay. Now for Go With The Flow, the first January prompt is to read a book with my favorite color on the cover. So my favorite color is anything within the blue-green ocean family, kind of like the shirt I'm wearing. I also really like light blue. So anywhere from the blue to green teal area is my favorite. So this book is also on my winter TBR jar, one of the picks. And if you see the letters on here and her dress, like that teal color, I would consider that one of my favorite colors. Like I said, anything in the bluish to green spectrum, I'm just gravitated to. So this one is a historical fiction by Kristin Harmel. It takes place in Paris in 1939. I already kind of talked about this in my Winter TBR jar video, but it's historical fiction. We have more than one main character, and their stories all intertwine, and they are trying to survive in Paris during World War II. So I'm excited to pick up historical fiction. Okay, the next one for Buzzword, we have Buzzword is Truth and Lies this month, so I'm going to pick up The Lies I Tell by Julie Clark. I've only read one other book by her and loved it, so this is something I'm kind of anticipating to enjoy. Give it a 4 or 5 star right off the bat. We are following Meg Williams, Maggie Littleton, and Melody Wild. Different names for the same person. Depending on the town, depending on the job. She's a con artist who erases herself to become whoever you need her to be. A college student, a life coach, a real estate agent, but nothing about her is real. She slides alongside you and tells you exactly what you want to hear, and by the time she's done, you've likely lost everything. We're also following Kat Roberts. Kat Roberts has been waiting 10 years for the woman who ended her life to return, and now that she has, Kat is determined to be the one to expose her. But as the two women grow closer, having a hard time reading today, Kat's long-held assumptions begin to crumble, leaving Kat to wonder who Meg's true target is. So this is a twisted domestic thriller, and I'm excited for that one. So this will be my prompt for Buzzword. And then for Buzzword on the cover this year, that I'm doing that with Books and Lala, in January, it's something with a pattern. So I am counting this, it's again off of my winter TBR jar picks, so I'm excited I'm able to knock 2 of those out this month. And this is What the Wind Knows by Amy Harmon, and I'm counting these repeated patterns of these waves or wind. I'm not sure what this is, but that's going to be the pattern that's going to fulfill that prompt for me. And this one has some time travel in it. We take place in Ireland of 1921. Anne Gallagher goes back in time to when her grandfather was in Ireland, I believe. And it's been a minute since I've read anything that plays with time, so I'm excited. This one sounds really good. Amy Harmon is a great author. I've only actually read one by her, but I really, really enjoyed it. So I have more of hers on my shelf, so we're going to read this one in January. And that also goes great with my shirt. I'm just killing it with the vibes of the color. So those are all piles of possibility. I also will have 1 or 2 more books in January that I plan on reading that I will not share with you yet because it's part of my Read Like a Booktuber series. Part 1 will come out later this week, I believe. And I'm going to pick up one of those 3 this month, at least one. So you will see those in the near future. But for sure, got 2 historical fiction, 2 thrillers, and like a contemporary / maybe romance. It's about a couple that What Happened to the McCoys, about a couple that has been divorced and are now in the same town again. So not really sure on that. So might be a little romance in there. So there you have it. Obviously, the McCoys is on my Kindle, but very excited for these 5 books. And like I said, there'll be 1 or 2 more in January for my Read Like a Booktuber. So that's all I have for you today. I hope everyone's new year is starting off strong. I have a really good feeling for all my reading of 2025. I'm very excited to dive into some of these books on my shelves and some of the new releases coming out. So that's all I got. Happy reading. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.